Bro, I can't believe हमने वियतनाम में सबको shut up बोला.
Hi guys, I'm Tavishi.
And I'm Akrima.
So we recently went to Vietnam for an 8-day trip, 7 nights, 8-day trip, and it was one of our first international trips together. And also it was Vietnam for the first time, and we had made a list of things which we figured we made a mistake of doing this. And if you guys are ever planning to travel there, then I think so this would be a helpful video for you.
Yeah.
So now the first thing, we plan to fly via VietJet because जितना भी हमने research किया था, according to that, VietJet was supposed to be one of the affordable flights, and usually like most of the backpackers and solo travelers and people like that, they choose VietJet only, not families per se. So we thought it would be a good idea, and the flight tickets were also comparatively cheaper since it was an affordable airline. But only later on we realized that it is a scam.
Yeah.
So
basically, when we went to the counter for check-in, that agent told us कि आपकी जो tickets हैं, one seat is a window seat and another is an aisle seat.
yeah.
So would you like to, pay for tickets to sit together?
Yeah.
And we were like, no, we would not like to pay. You can just see if there's a ticket available for 2 seats together.
Yeah.
He was like, no, these are the only tickets. So we're like, okay, हम बीच वाले इंसान को बोलेंगे कि please exchange seats with us.
Yeah.
When we went there, there were just two seats together. Aisle और window बीच में like 3 seat वाला कोई concept ही नहीं था. So basically they tried to fool us. उन्हें लगा कि like we'll pay for tickets, like we'll pay to sit together, but that wasn't required.
Yeah, exactly. And except that baggage allowance is also slightly less since it is an affordable airline.
A lot of times they show you options कि इसमें baggage included नहीं है, and you end up booking flights like that flight because you think it's cheaper.
Yeah.
We realized, और हमारी internal flights में भी काफी problem
बहुत. So हम कहाँ से जा रहे थे? हम दनांग से हो ची मिन्ह जा रहे थे.
नहीं, हम हनोई से दनांग जा रहे थे.
हाँ. So we were flying from Hanoi to Danang, and we had checked in, security has done everything. We were waiting next to our gate and we were on time. And we were waiting only कि okay, now the check-in will start, now the boarding will start, but it was not starting only. And then we later on went and asked, and they were like, oh, the boarding will start right now. And this was after 30 minutes.
No, they didn't let us know about the date.
Oh
yeah,
gate change. Yeah.
So the gates were changed. We were waiting पुराने वाले gate पे. हम सोचे लाइन नहीं लग रही है, लोग खड़े नहीं हो रहे हैं, people are very laid back, कोई बात नहीं. And then someone said कि वो दनांग वाली flight तो it's from
the other gate. Yeah. तो हम फिर भागते हुए गए और वहाँ पहुँचे. वहाँ पे जो भी स्टाफ होता है उनसे हमने पूछा कि यार मतलब कुछ गेट अनाउंसमेंट नहीं हुआ और डिले हुआ है, कुछ बताया नहीं है, ये वो एक्सेट्रा. तो दैट
so basically I guess शायद हमारी 4:30 की फ्लाइट थी. 4 o'clock से पहले बोर्डिंग हो जानी चाहिए थी. एंड 4:15 पे मैं उन्हें बोल रही हूँ इज द फ्लाइट डिलेड. शी इज लाइक नो, who told you that? You're like okay, sorry.
मतलब it's quite visible कि delayed है भाई, उनको खुद ही नहीं पता.
मेरा क्वेश्चन पहले ही stupid था. She's like no, who told you? Okay, number 2 is exchange your money as soon as you arrive in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Don't exchange money at the airport क्योंकि airport पे थोड़ा महंगा होता है. But हाँ.
And मतलब it's very easy. Google Maps में just put in like a jewelry shop or an exchange store, or you can ask your hotel or hostel people only. They would most likely know where you can exchange your money. It's very important because most of the places in Vietnam, maybe except like certain restaurants and certain shops, you can use the Apple Pay, but except that most of the places use cash
and carry dollars from India because उसका exchange rate अच्छा होता है. You usually get dollars, like you can get dollars exchanged anywhere. Carry bigger denominations because उसका exchange rate काफी अच्छा होता है. And whenever you're getting it exchanged, हमारे साथ एक बार ऐसा हुआ था ना कि they actually paid us पुराने note जिसका exchange rate थोड़ा सा कम होता है. So make sure जब भी आप exchange करवा रहे हो, एक तो it's in like the notes that you give are in bigger denominations to get a better exchange rate. and if you are getting something in return, then make sure the notes are nice. And
so now third thing, applying for an eSIM.
Yeah, we applied for an eSIM through Matrix. बहुत easy process होता है. We got an email, उसमें QR code आया था और नीचे ही सारे के सारे steps लिखे हुए थे. You scan the QR code और जो भी उसमें steps दिए होते हैं email में, उनको follow करके you can just do that before leaving your home country. That's very important, so that as soon as you land, आपके phone में internet चल रहा हो.
Yeah.
The funniest one.
Yeah. So, now as every other tourist, we learned a few words in Vietnamese because obviously, I mean, you should know how to say thank you, hi, hello, you know, basic things. And basically, in Vietnamese, Cam Ơn is called thank you. But we realized that towards the end of the trip, when we reached Ho Chi Minh, which was the 6th day of our trip, and uske pehle we were saying Cam On.
Cam On.
Okay, so one of our guide, he told us that there is a difference between saying Cam On and Cam On. Do not say Cam On because Cam On means shut up. Okay. And the entire trip, I was like, Agrima, yaar, I thought Vietnamese people are very sweet. None of us are like replying back to us saying thank you.
Because we are just closing the gap and saying Cam On, and they're like,
Yeah, they're just like poker face, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I think so. यहाँ पे थैंक यू का कल्चर नहीं होगा शायद से,
या people are rude, people are not accepting us speaking in their language. We are just trying to be sweet.
Yeah, and then very later on we realized that
कि हम सबको shut up बोल रहे थे.
For 6 days in Vietnam, हम दिल से बोल रहे थे but shut up बोल रहे थे सबको instead of saying thank you. So if you're going to Vietnam, guys, it's not Cam On, it's Cam Un.
Cam On, Cam On. Okay. Fifth is vegetarian food options. It's very difficult to find vegetarian food in Vietnam. Actually, in some cities, Hanoi, Da Nang, Ho Chi Minh, जो main cities हैं, वहाँ पे it's pretty easy.
Pretty fine.
But बहुत अच्छा खाना नहीं होता है Indian restaurants में. This was our experience. तो हम हल्दीराम लेके गए थे. हल्दीराम का packed food and we survived on that.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for vegetarian restaurants around, you have to say
you have to say no fish, no egg, no meat. Only vegan. It's not vegetarian, you say vegan.
Yeah,
and
otherwise they won't understand that.
Yeah.
Especially the street food stalls जितने भी होते हैं, उसमें you have to say no meat, no egg, no like everything you want. जो आपको नहीं चाहिए वो सब आपको बोलना पड़ेगा, because उन्हें vegetarian और vegan भी नहीं समझ में आया था जब हम हो ची मिन्ह में थे. Hoi An में I guess it was pretty easy.
Yeah. Most are touristy spots, they'll understand. But vegetarian तो वो बिल्कुल नहीं समझते. अगर anything close to vegetarian would be vegan only. You have to say vegan. Yeah. But also you can use Happy Cow app to find out like vegan restaurants, vegetarian restaurants around you. I
did find a couple of vegetarian options. Vietnam के cuisine में भी.
Yeah. So first thing, so my personal favorite was in English. It's called stir fried. So they have a stir-fried spinach, stir-fried like a lot of their own vegetables.
Green
so basically, it's green vegetables, different type of green vegetables. You select which vegetable you want, and then they stir-fry it with garlic, and you will get a bowl of sticky rice with it. So that is like a basic cuisine over there. And I think so. My personal favorite was the spinach one, which is I will try to say this nicely, so that we don't get cancelled.
Yeah.
Rao Bo Zao Doi. Rao Bo Zoi Zao Doi. Yeah.
And our personal favorite was passion fruit juice. If you are going to Vietnam, please have passion fruit juice at every other place because it's amazing.
I love it so much. Okay, so now the next thing is the main two important apps in Vietnam. I think so almost any other country also. Is first thing Google Translate for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of touristy places, locals do speak in English. They will reply back in English. It's not like something like how it's in Japan or South Korea where they don't talk in English at all. यहाँ पे they still do, but I think so it's still better if you download Google Translate because it's easier to like communicate.
Airport पे I guess हमें दिक्कत हुई थी. The moment we landed, I left my specs in the flight. और वहाँ पे किसी को English में समझ नहीं आ रहा था. So we had to download like the app right there to just figure out कि हम बात कैसे करें. So it's very important that you do that when you are in your home country.
Yeah. And second would be Google Maps, but downloading Google Maps offline because a lot of places will not have like network connection, so it's better that you download it offline so that you don't get lost. Yeah. Rest,
These two are important apps. Third one is Happy Cow. If you want vegetarian food options, you can download that also. Okay, next is visiting Vietnam during TED Festival. So basically हम जब जा रहे थे हमें बहुत लोगों ने बोला था कि TED Festival के around मत जाओ. You'll read a lot of online articles on this कि things are closed, people are traveling to their hometowns. But अगर आपको culture experience करना है, so basically TED is their New Year. और अगर आपको Vietnamese culture experience करना है, you have to go around TED. Everything, like every other street was looking so pretty. It was decorated. People were having fun. There were cultural experiences,
and even the people were like dressed up in their Vietnamese
traditional clothes,
and they were looking so beautiful. Man.
And everything was so decorated. Like streets were so beautiful, and उनके अलग से plants होते हैं. Like they carry those plants everywhere. There were flower shows everywhere.
It's basically like how Diwali is for Indians,
right?
It's exactly
so
like
it was
that.
nice. Cadba में हम randomly जा रहे थे and people were prepping up for TED Festival and they were doing their local dance. So we danced with them. और क्या था, बहुत सारी चीजें हुई थी यार TED के around. Last day, like main New Year's पे रात को 12 बजे वहाँ पे बहुत सारे like for 15 minutes straight fireworks होते हैं. And we talked to a lot of local people. We were together with them and we witnessed those fireworks.
It was very nice.
Oh my god. And the last one is not a lesson from our Vietnam trip, but a lesson for life. Please be on time, especially if you are booking tours. अगर आप ऐसे laid back vacation के लिए गए हो तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. आपके पास अगर like if you have your transport, आपने कुछ rent कर लिया है तो chill करो. But if you are booking tours, please be on time क्योंकि हमारी बस एक बार हमें छोड़ के चली गई थी because वैसे भी language barrier है, network issue होता है बहुत सारी जगह पे. तो just be there 10 minutes early because on time is late for them. Like for anyone on a tour. So just be on time and
हमारे
try to
guide
follow your itinerary.
हमारे guide भी हमारे पे बहुत गुस्सा हुए हैं. एक बार ना in Hoi An. Yeah, he was really mad.
Yeah, but yeah.
And
हमारे गाइड ने हमें इस तरीके से सुनाया है ना, मतलब
आ गया ये.
We came for you at 8:20. You were not there. We left.
He was really mad at us, by the way, guys. Really mad.
We'll also post a video about our full 8-day itinerary. So don't forget to check that out. And we'll be back soon with another video. Bye.